Everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to pop down our cards for this week, a couple of cards for this week for us. So I'm going to be having a look at the old black and white Faulkner deck as usual, and also I'll put down one of the new Goddess cards as well, so that we can carry on learning a little bit about those cards. So let me have a shuffle and see what we've got. There we go. So our first card is the Nine of Swords. Now, there's no getting away from it with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card that talks about some sadness. So in terms of the beginning of the week, you might expect to, or, you might feel a little sad. You might feel like you are kind of in a place where you're just feeling that emotion, just feeling a little bit low in your energy. Now, the Swords cards are all about our thought processes. So this card is, our thinking. We're talking about our thinking when we're talking about swords. So we might be looking on the negative side of things. We might be feeling really drawn to, just looking on the darker side and not really feeling very positive. And that's, sometimes life's like that. And I'm not one of the massive positivity police. Every thought you have must be positive. A, that's not realistic. But B, it's also, I don't believe anyway, particularly healthy. I think if we have pain, we should acknowledge our pain. Okay, so, the Nine of Swords says that you might be needing to acknowledge some pain when this card appears. And it is about being able to, when you acknowledge it and you feel it and you understand it, then you feel much more able to heal from it and let it go. So the beginning of the week looks a little bit like we might feel that way. So I'm not going to dwell too much there because, like I said, I'm not a positivity police person, but, once acknowledged, we can then move forward. So that's what I'm going to do with the cards. So our second card seem much more positive. So although the beginning of the week feels a little bit slow to start, a little bit like it might have a little bit of sad edge to it, the tail end of the week is, as we move forward, is the Six of Wands. Now the Six of Wands is the victory card. Okay, this is a card that says we can overcome whatever the challenges have been at the beginning of the week. So beginning of the week, not so good. Then we're moving into this really positive energy. The victory card is all about that. It's all about us rising above whatever difficulties we've had. It talks about successful meetings. It often comes up with things like interviews, success at interviews, meetings at work going the way that you want them to go. The Wands cards are all about action. This is about you taking positive action to make things happen for yourself and you emerging from whatever challenge you had victorious. So really lovely Six of Wands. The Six of Wands often talks about you working with others. It doesn't have to be that, but often it's helpful and beneficial for you to work with other people to allow yourself to be victorious. So you don't have to do everything all on your own, is what I'm saying. Now, especially when we've got Nine of Swords at the beginning of the week, that is kind of saying, a bit sad, a bit lonely, a bit tired, a bit depressed, a bit down, a bit fed up, a bit sad, all of that. Sometimes we can really help ourselves out of that by embracing others and allowing them to come in and help us out and to kind of help to lift our spirits and to help us to focus on something other than just our own sadness or our own stuff. So I feel like this week, bit of a slow start, and then I feel like we are moving forward powerfully. So Six of Wands, really positive, lovely energy. So I'm going to have a little shuffle of this Goddess deck. Really enjoying these cards. So I'm quite liking their energy. Still don't know very much about the goddesses, but I'm starting to get there a little bit and understand what they're about. So I'm just going to have a little shuffle and pop one of these down. These are Colette Baron Reid's new deck. The Faulkner Tarot Black and White Faulkner deck is the tarot that I use. Those are produced by a lady called Rhiannon Faulkner. So let me just have a little shuffle of these and pop down one of these lovely goddesses and see who we've got today. Okay, so we've got Green Tara. Now, she talks about salvation. Now, to me, salvation is kind of that, I don't know, salvation's quite a difficult one to describe, I think. I find it difficult anyway. It's kind of like rising above that, coming through adversity and coming to a place of being more peaceful and joyous. That's what I would say. When I look at the colours in here, you know, she's got this beautiful aura around her, this kind of aura of protection. You know, she's, you know, got all her lovely jewellery on her and her flowers, talking about abundance, talking about being bountiful, being a really, really lovely, beautiful energy. I mean, she's got a lovely, peaceful face, I think. So to me, that's what I'm looking at when I look at that card intuitively. I'm just going to real quick have a look and see what Colette Baron-Reid says in her description. Just since I know so little about these, this book's really, really helpful. So Green Tara here says, the divine has intended you into being and given you the assignment to explore life through certain perceived limitations. You're meant to learn about life in all its complexities. So that's interesting because we have a contrast here in this week. We have the sadness, the thought-based stuff, and we also have the action-based stuff, which is much more productive and successful. So you've got the happiness, the sadness, the failure, the success. So we are looking at several different aspects. I mean, that's not all aspects of life, but the extremes are shown there. So this is also saying about being in community with others. That's what I was saying about the Six of Wands. You know, the Six of Wands says to you, it can help you to embrace others. So this is about compassion, this card, and also saying that the right people will show up for you at the right time. That's excellent synchronicity with the Six of Wands, because out of this sadness that we have at the beginning of the week, the Six of Wands says if you can come together with others, you emerge victorious. And Green Tara is saying the same thing. You know, she's bringing you into a community of love and success and joy. So those cards are very much in conjunction. So quite a complex week this week. Starts off with this kind of energy of a bit of sadness, but really by coming together with others and really focusing on what we can do, we can have success, we can have victory. So really positive ending to the week. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe to my channel. That'd be lovely if you could. I will be back again soon to do another little card for the week. I've got some unboxings to do, so I'll try to fit those in at some point this week. Thank you ever so much for watching. Bye for now.